Hi everyone, this is Kruti Jaipancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about subject Microwave Engineering. As you have learned in the earlier video regarding the Smith chart, it's a graphical approach. It's used for designing the transmission line, for doing the calculations of the transmission line. So now today we are going to further learn regarding the Smith chart. So as we know that the reflection coefficient, that is the rho, and rho is equal to ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. You know that whatever the load impedance is there, we need to normalize those load impedance by dividing the characteristics impedance. So here you can see that ZL minus Z0 upon ZL plus Z0. Therefore, the ZL upon Z0 minus 1 upon ZL upon Z0 plus 1. So now this particular the load, it is normalized. So we can write it is the ZNL. So ZNL minus 1 upon ZNL plus 1, where ZNL, that is the normalized impedance. So first step, that is to find out the normalized impedance value. Now these normalized impedance that having the two value. One is the imaginary and another one is the real. So this ZNL is equal to R plus or minus Jx is equal to ZL upon Z0 is equal to R plus or minus Jx, where Z0, that is the characteristics impedance of the transmission line. So now, earlier before you have found out the constant resistance circle. So now onto the Smith chart, we do found such kind of the circles of the different radius. Okay, so now here you can see that the R is equal to 10, R is equal to 5, 2, 1. Okay, the two extreme points you can see R is equal to 0 and R is equal to infinity. There are the two axes, one is the U and another one that is the JB, the real and the imaginary axis. So this is the constant resistance circle. So S, the R increase from the 0 to infinity. The center of the circle is moved to 0, 0 to 1, 0, and radius of the circle that decreases. So when we are moving from the R radius, okay, that is from the 0, you have seen that R is equal to 0 onto the left hand side to the right hand side. That is the maximum value, infinitive value. So center of the circle that is moved from that the 0, 0 to the 1, 0, and the radius of the circle that is decreases. Next is the constant reactance circle. Constant reactance circle, you can see that the various values, okay, the curves that you found, that is the constant reactance value. In the upper part it is the x equal to 3, x equal to 1. In the lower part it is the x equal to minus 3, x equal to minus 1. So inductive and the capacitive, according to that, this constant reactance circles are also present onto the Smith chart. So S, x increases from the 0 to infinity. The center of the circle that move away from the 1 comma infinity to the 1 0, and the radius of the circle that decreases. So center of the R circles that are moved along the horizontal axis, where the center of the X that moves along the vertical axis, in which the U is equal to 1. So this is about the two things that appear onto the Smith chart. Now the Smith chart, clockwise movement in the Smith chart that represent the movements toward the generator. As you know that the transmission line consists of the two things. One is the generating and another one, that is what, the receiving end. So generating and the load end, okay, receiving end, between that there is a transmission line. So while in the Smith chart, if you are moving the clockwise movement, okay, in the clockwise direction, then the Smith chart that represents the movement towards the generator, and anti-clockwise movement that represents the moving towards the load side. So you have to keep in this mind, okay, while you are solving the problem. So clockwise movement towards generator, and anti-clockwise, that is the movement towards the load side. So now here you can see that this is the Smith chart. So you can find the various circle, okay, onto the Smith chart. Okay, you can see that the various circles are there, as well as the various reactance lines, okay, that you can observe onto the Smith chart. So this is what? This is the Smith chart. Over here, the moving toward the load and generating and everything that is mentioned onto the Smith chart. Okay, so here the simple diagram, okay, that is the one is the generating end, so source you can see. Another one, that is the ZL, it's a load end. So what is the moving towards the load? And this direction, okay, that shows that the moving towards the generator. Okay, so the Smith chart is a what? It's a graphical figure, and which is obtained by supporting the constant resistance and the constant reactance circle within this unity circle in the complex reflection plane. So now here you can see in the direction, in the diagram, that the blue color circles, they are the constant resistance circle, and the the pink line you can see, that is what, it's a constant reactance circle. Okay, the upper part, okay, in that you have seen that the plus values were there, so it is known as the inductive value, and the below one, that you can see that it's a capacitive, the minus value. So the like that way you have to keep in mind for plotting the values onto the Smith chart. So constant resistance circles and the constant reactance arc. Okay, so this is what it is about the constant value. Okay, how it increases. Okay, how the capacitive, okay, and the negative reactance value, okay, that you can see into the diagram. So now here in the diagram you can see that the constant reflection coefficient circle, that is marked with the red. Okay. Then the scale in the wavelength, that is the boundary. Fine. So that is the scale in the wavelength. Then the full circle, okay, is 1/2 wavelength. Okay, 1/2 wavelength, since everything that over here that repeats. Okay. So one circle, okay, the full circle mean the half wavelength. The 2 times circle, that is the lambda by 2 plus lambda by 2, that is the lambda circle. Okay, now here, okay, also it is towards the generator is mentioned, and the away from the generator, okay, that is also mentioned. So this way you can keep this Smith chart in a mind, okay, for plotting the values. So now here, very first step, that is the generating end and the load end. So generating end, the characteristics impedance Z0 is equal to 50, and the ZL value, it's a 50 plus J100. So ZNL is equal to ZL upon the Z0. Okay, so it is the 50 plus J100 upon 50. So it is the 1 plus J2. So now this 1 plus J2 value we need to plot onto the graph. Okay, so how can we do? So there is a R is equal to 1. Okay, and you need to look at that another 2 value onto the reactance part. Okay, and wherever this 2 line that get intersect, that point is referred to as a, okay, this the impedance value. Okay, so constant reactance value X is equal to 2 and R is equal to 1. So constant resistance value. So this way we can plot the value onto the graph paper. So now here the few examples are there that you can do it. Okay, that is the value for the Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, Z5, Z6, Z7, Z8. Thus all values are given. Fine. So now first of all what should I do? That you have to first of all divide that impedance value, load impedance value by the characteristics impedance value. So by dividing them from the characteristics impedance value, what you can do? That you can plot you can finding out the normalized value. So you can see that Z1 is equal to 100 plus J50. Okay, and Z0, that is the characteristics impedance, it is given, it is 50 ohm. So Z1 is equal to 2 plus J, Z2 is equal to, Z3 is equal to, likewise we can have the value. Now plotting those value onto the graph. Fine, Smith chart. So Z1 is equal to, you need to find out the constant R value is equal to 2 on this the horizontal line. R is equal to 2 plus J with the one value, that is for the constant reactance. So you need to look it for the constant reactance circle value 1 wherever they intersect, it is the 2 plus J. Similarly you can plot the Z2 value. Okay, Z2 value, that is the 1.5 minus J2. 1.5, that is the constant resistance, and minus J2, that is what? The J2, that is the constant reactance value, capacitive value, that is why it is in this half. Fine. Z5 is equal to infinity. Okay, so I show you that R is equal to 0 onto that side, okay, left side, and this is the point, that is the infinity point. Z6 is equal to 0, so you can see onto the other side, okay, that is a Z6 point. So this way you can plot all this value, okay, onto the graph page. So now we are solving the example based on this. A 50 ohm transmission line is terminated to load of 25 plus 50J. The length of the transmission line is 3.3 lambda. Find the reflection coefficient VSWR, input impedance and the input admittance. So now what are the data given to us? Data given is Z0 is equal to characteristics impedance is equal to 50 ohm. Now ZL value is given to us, it is the 25 plus 50J. First of all, we should find out the normalized value. So it is the ZNL is equal to the ZL upon Z0. So it is the 25 plus 50J upon 50. So it is the 0.5 plus 1J. So this is the normalized impedance value. So very first I have plot that normalized impedance value 0.5, okay, value, okay, and the 1J value, okay, so that we need to plot. So that ZN point you can see. Now we want to find out the VSWR value. So now to find out the VSWR value, you need to draw the line from the R is equal to 1 point to the normalized value. So here you can see the red line is there. So now that red line, okay, now you have to take the rounder, you have to take the length, that is the R is equal to 1 to the ZNL point and draw the circle. Now this circle that touch to the resistance circle. So now wherever this circle that is the touch, okay, onto this circle, okay, so this is what it is the VSWR value. So this value is what it is the 4.2. So now we have the VSWR value, it is the 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. VSWR is 4.2 is equal to 1 plus rho upon 1 minus rho. Simplifying it, 4.2 in bracket 1 minus rho is equal to 1 plus rho. So rho is equal to 0.615. That's a magnitude. So now here you can see that the VSWR value that we have found out. Now we need to find out the reflection coefficient value. So now what we do? that here you can see that from r is equal to 1 to the point, okay, that is what, that's my length L, and another the line, okay, that is r is equal to 1 which touches to the circle, that is what, that is a differential length dl. So from the graphical method we can also say that the rho is equal to dl upon L. So by measuring that dl upon L, okay, we can also finding out the value for this. So you can see that dl upon L, and it is angle, that is the 82 degree. So this way you can solve the examples related to the Smith chart and the transmission line. So thank you very much everyone. Keep watching LJIET Electronics and Communication for more updates onto the videos regarding the microwave engineering.